Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. So today's sketch is actually going to be from Card TV, and it's sketch number 37. It's here on the screen. You can pause, get your measurements, cut out all your papers and mats, and then come join me at the table. Now I will tell you we're going to be changing it up just a little bit, but you'll see as we go. So up in the upper left hand corner, you can see the first card that I finished. I'm using Honeybee paper collection with a matching envelope set. So we don't have to create envelope for these, but I will be pulling out different envelopes to go with the different cards. And then before starting, I'm using the Scrappy Happy Studios canvas flares, which you can put on using wet glue. And I already completed the sentiment, which is the happy birthday wishes to you. And this is from Tim Holtz stamp set. All right, so I just laid down my tape and I'm putting a little bit of glue so I can go ahead and mat our base paper. Now you may be thinking, why white? I'm using white because I wanted it to definitely stand out from the pattern paper being so dark. And it's okay sometimes to do that, even though the card base itself is white. It just makes the card a little bit more sturdy. Okay, and then I cut the paper from the Honeybee Studios, and what I did was I used the fact that it was double-sided, right? So on the one side you get these beautiful flowers, and then the other side is a pink on pink pattern. And you can see up in the top left one, I used the pink for the larger strip and then the flowers on the bottom. So on this one, I'm reversing it. I'm putting the flowers up at the top and the thinner band, the pink on the bottom, right? So you can use, as you're cutting up, putting stuff on a card. Sorry if you heard that sneeze, that was my cat. Bless you. When you're using up the scraps of a paper, so that way you could save some, you don't have to use it all. These are great things to use that for, and that's one of the things I love about double-sided papers, because I mean you can get a lot of bang for your buck. Okay, now if you wanted to, you could put foam behind the sentiment and let it be lifted. Here I'm putting down some gold strips from Love from Lizzie that are in my stash. And that's just to show you another option as far as what's the word I'm looking for? Making it more of a clean look underneath the sentiment so that you don't see the line in between the two pattern papers. I like doing that sometimes, especially on the cards when you have the sketches. But for our purposes, we're just going to glue it straight down to the card base. And this works with the large sentiment from the stamp set that I got from Tim Holtz. I love this stamp, this Happy Birthday Wishes to You. It's a little bit grungy, so you're not going to get a full solid stamp, but that's how a lot of his stamps are. And then on the back of the flare, I'm just putting some of my art glitter glue, which helps to hold them down really well. And really the cards are done. The picture at the beginning is going to show some enamel dots on it. I don't show you on this one. Later at the very end of doing all of the videos, I do decide to add them. So you're going to see them in our final photos here, the three enamel dots, and you'll see later on as the series go for this month when I put them on it. But it was a last minute decision, and I like it because it ties all the cards together, as you'll see as we go. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Thank you for hitting the like button. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. And I'll see you next week with our next video.